Hello everyone, I'm Soda from Analogue.Studio in the studio, and I'm here to show you how to use a modified Polaroid Land Automatic camera, hacked to use Lomography Lomograflok. This allows you to shoot Instax Wide film with these cameras. And as some of you know, the Polaroid Land cameras, automatic or the manual ones, were designed to use packfilm, Polaroid or later Fuji packfilm. They were great, however, this was discontinued and it's now very expensive and long expired. And Instax Wide comes in rolling. This is currently made by Fuji and it's fairly inexpensive. It's about $1 a shot, as opposed to more like 10 and uncertain results. And how do I do this? I modify these all cameras to accept the currently made Lomography. You can buy this from Lomography.com or B&H. I believe Rama sells them. Brooklyn film camera has them on the shelf. So you can buy them in New York City. And you simply slide this in. Well, let's remove the protective coverage. I made a cover. And now the camera has the Lomography rails, the same with this Analogue. Slide it in, push it all the way in. And you're ready to shoot, but not quite yet. I provide a 3D printed cap for the lens. Remove it. And now the rails are all in place by a hook, a swinging hook. So kind of just take it out of the way, it swings out. And when you reattach it, it kind of halves the rail. Locks it in place so it doesn't move. Alright? So you remove that and then push it out. And now you're ready to shoot from the point of view of the camera. However, the Lomography needs to be turned on. It's an on-off button right here. And you're going to see a blue light indicating power, and you see a film count right here. I have 7 frames. This is actually the frame number 7 in Lomography. I'm using this for vertical cameras. And then, once it's powered on, you can also remove the dark slide for the Lomography. Otherwise, no light is going to reach the film. Don't lose this. Side. And the land cameras, if you haven't used one before, focus by using a lever right here. This extends or retracts the bellows to adjust for the focus distance. And then you frame and range the image using this. This is a combined rangefinder, viewfinder. And this particular model was used for the 50 X50 series of cameras. 250, 350, 450, which also have a 3-element glass lens. So I highly recommend these models, and I only really modify these models when I buy them. I can modify whatever you have, and I recommend this. They're fairly inexpensive, $30 on eBay, including shipping, so use one of these. And let's shoot a test image. I have this camera is I have adjusted the settings so it works correctly for fairly bright indoor lighting and shadow outside, most lighting situations. So there's only 2 adjustments you can make for this camera, otherwise it's fully automatic. This is the darken lighten ring, and this in this case is set to a notch towards darken. That's how this particular camera works best for the film. And there's a ISO in 3 settings. And if it's set to 150, you can switch it to 300. And this will adjust the apertures. That's what it does. At 150, it's still fully open. It's an f8.8 lens. It's not super bright, but not as slow. There's also a scene selector, this little slider right here. And for most situations, it has to be on the right. And it will also show up as 2 yellow notches towards the viewfinder. And if you switch it to the left, those are going to go up and also close the aperture. So for most light situations, use it as it cuts. If the scene is too bright, like a very bright light, this cannot keep up. So you have to just use the scene selector, move to the right, close the aperture. Then we need a properly very bright light. But for now, let's try this. Alright, and as you look to the viewfinder, let me position this a little further up. As you look to a viewfinder, you're going to notice there's a rangefinder patch in the middle of the image. And as you slide this left and right, you're going to see the image doubling in the center. So use that patch, use the slider to bring the two images to coincidence, so it's just one image. And then you're also going to see a white rectangle with gaps in the middle on the sides. And that adjusting size to account for parallax as you move the focusing slider. And the left-right borders are very accurate, but because of the way I hacked this camera, you're gonna have to point the camera a little lower after you frame. And it's about a third to 1/4 of the frame lower to rebring the things into center frame, just vertical frame. So basically, say I want something in the center, so I focus, in the center, and then I bring the camera down about the third. And sorry, don't forget to cut the shutter. As you cut the shutter, if the batteries are good, and I'll tell you about the batteries later, it should stay down for automatic cameras. Do this again, focus again. Alright, and go up and down a bit, forward or backward. And we find the focus and that. Say once in the center it, and then move it about the third of the frame down. And we expose the image. As you heard, the shuttering was quite slow, and that's because I'm only using very crappy interior lighting, and I buy the window, but there's not a lot of light. And despite the film being ISO 800, there's still a very slow lens. So I expect the image to be a little blurred, but it depends how steady you are. However, for intro shots, you can get a very clean, unblurred image if you use the camera on a tripod. I have added a custom tripod socket to this. The original tripod socket is covered by the rail. So you can use this tripod and get very clean, unshaken images up to, I think it's supposed up to 8 seconds, which is quite impressive. Alright, so we expose, let's eject the image. So if the Lomography is on, this other button is used to eject. Press once, the long press, and the film is going to come up. This is the image side right here, not the black side. And I just want to let it sit here for a bit and wait for development. And show you one other thing. The camera also has a flash socket, This is a so-called PC sync socket right here. So you can use this and a flash on camera. I usually bring a cold socket, so it offset it to give you enough room for most flashes. And you can use one of those really compact camera flashes you can find on eBay, even old vintage flashes. 1 second. Like this JCPenney automatic electronic strobe is powered with 2A batteries. Slides in and out. And it even comes with a cord already built in. So you just kind of plug it here. For this particular flash, I found it, so turn on. I found that it works best if you move the scene selector. You set it in manual, it's on. You move the scene selector to the left and the ISO to 300. So this will close the aperture enough so things at about 4 feet or 3.5 feet, the minimum focus distance, are properly exposed with flash. I'm not going to show a frame of it. I'm just going to show you some. If you don't use the flash, remember to set it back to 150, and the wheel, the scene selector to the right. As I expected, this is correctly exposed, but the motion blur. Otherwise, it's very sharp. Alright, so what do we do? Okay, let's take out the flash. Disconnected. Slide it out. This particular one, turn it off. And discharge the flash. This is not coming with the camera. I have a few of these. I can point you out to a source for them on eBay. Alright, so we're done shooting. Exposed. What do we do? First thing, make sure the camera is still on. And then you can insert the dark slide in the Lomography. Oh, I forgot to tell you about this. This is I added this to the latest build. It's a safety hook. So after you put the Lomographlok in, put this on. This prevents the Lomographlok from coming out or moving. But otherwise it's held by friction. The felt may rub off a bit and then this may slide too easily. So once you put it in with this on, you should be stuck. And so take it away. Dark slide is in. Turn the Lomographlok off. So, and then let's say retract the front standard. If you have a new one of these, this is how it's done. You can actually see it says press to close on this. So you press this a bit, and then it allows you to retract. And you're gonna see it gets stuck here, and it really has to do with the front hook. So just kind of take it out of the way, and then you can retract the standards. They fall down, not all the way, but this is where the hook comes in to keep them in place. So just kind of see the little hook right here, kind of swings, and so you can bring it in, swing it, and then it hugs the front rails. And now they're not going to come off in the bag or if you point the camera down. And replace the front cap to protect them. And also, if you don't keep the Lomographlok on the camera, and I usually don't do that because I use the multiple systems, I have this back cover to protect the bellows and the lens. So push this back in, and you can move the hook out of the way so it doesn't break or anything. This is a automatic camera, and and it needs power from the shutter. It's not a manual shutter. And the power is provided by 3 AA batteries housed under the star. It doesn't draw a lot of power. I think it should last for a long time, but if you don't use the camera for say, several weeks, you don't want the batteries to leak. So you want to take them out, and for now it's a little not that complicated. You're just gonna need a fine tip screwdriver and take these 1-2 screws out, and then this will come off, and then you're gonna be able to take the side cover off. 1-2 screws. Don't lose the screws. I have extras if you lose them. And then just slide out the holders, just a regular 3 AAA holders, battery holders, so to replace the batteries. They can match the polarity, it's on the holder. And then you can put it back in. And then you attach the side cover first, and then you reattach the holder here. It will work on a better system. What else? Not much else. I think I'm done with this. Manual cameras work the same. Don't forget about the tilting of the framing. I should have tilted down a little more. Maybe about a third, maybe a fourth of the frame is more appropriate with this camera. It has its backing center. Okay, if you have any questions, contact me on Instagram at Analogue.Studio or send me emails at alim@Analogue.Studio. I'd be happy to answer your questions. Thank you. Bye-bye.